Hi everyone, hope you're all doing great. So let us now try to understand the most important concept of English. Now when I come across people who want to learn English, the basic requirement that anyone need is I want to speak English fluently. I can speak English. They say I can speak English, but I can't speak it fluently. Yes, that is the problem for most of the people. May it be a student or an engineer or a doctor or a businessman or a homemaker. Irrespective of any category of people or the level of people, and even managers or senior managers in some context. May it be anyone. Fluency is the major problem that people encounter or they face the problem. So let us understand what exactly is fluency. So fluency antam kada. Asalu fluency ante enti? Let us understand that. Fluency. Look at this word. Now when we say fluency, when you look at the first three letters, what do you understand? What is the similar kind of word which gives the same pronunciation with FL? It is flow. So fluency is flow of what? It is flow of words. Fluency of any language, not necessarily be English. So fluency of any language, if he is fluent in speaking Telugu, right? It is a flow of Telugu words. He is fluent in English, it is a flow of English words, and similarly, any language. Now, is it only flow of words? And some people say, when somebody speaks very fast English, they say, oh, what a nice speaking. He speaks really fast and incredible. We cannot understand. We need to search for words. మనం పక్కా తెలుగులో చెప్పాలంటే అబ్బా ఏం మాట్లాడతాడు ఇంగ్లీష్ సూపర్ మాట్లాడతాడు డిక్షనరీ ఎత్తుకోవాలి అసలు ఏం అర్థం కాదు సో ఇఫ్ సంబడీ ఈజ్ స్పీకింగ్ ఇన్ సచ్ ఎ గ్రేట్ లాంగ్వేజ్ అండ్ స్పీడ్ విచ్ లిజనర్స్ కెనాట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ దెర్ ఇస్ నో పాయింట్ బికాస్ కమ్యూనికేషన్ మీన్స్ the listener must be able to understand what he wants to speak. So let us understand the important aspects of fluency. What is the first thing? The first thing that you need is voice. Is the voice audible? Ante manam maatladedi voice. That voice, is it audible? Is the listener able to listen, hear what you're speaking or what you're reading? I'm also taking into consideration the reading. If he is able to hear, then your voice is okay. So how should be the voice? It should be audible. Audible, those who do not know the meaning of audible, remember audio. Audio visual. Audio means which is able to hear. So the listener must be able to hear your voice. So is it only able to hear your voice? For example, you say, we hear people greeting a school class. When a teacher enters a school class, they say, good morning, sir. Oh. Really interesting, right? Good morning. Is he shouting or greeting? So greeting must be very pleasant, right? So there's a lot of difference in saying, good morning, sir. There should be sweetness in the voice. That is, it should be pleasant. The voice must be pleasant, audible, and it should be understandable. The voice must be understandable. That means, in a better way, we can say it should be intelligible. Means whatever that you speak, that must be understood by the listener. So if listeners are not able to understand what you're speaking, maybe the meaning or the pronunciation, it's less. That is why there should be clarity in what you're speaking. So it should be clarity, understandable, pleasant, and audible. So the way that you speak must be clear, understandable to the listener. That is fluency. Now, what do you do to enhance your fluency? అంటే ఈ ఫ్లూయెన్సీని పెంచుకోవటానికి మనం ఏం చేయాలి? Most of the people, they just go to the institutes or they just open the YouTube videos and start listening. Does it work out? Is that enough? No, that's not enough. What I say, you have to be in touch with language. You need to practice reading. The first thing that you need to do is, you need to do reading. Practice reading to enhance your speaking fluency. Of course, people say, what do I get with reading? There are many people who suggest, if you want to enhance your vocabulary, you need to do read and write. So, most people do read, but reading how? Do you read it louder or do you read it silent? How do you read? If you read it silently, you understand the content, you get the vocabulary. And if you read it loud, that means your voice out, then you can increase your voice standards. So in order to enhance the level of your voice standards, the energy, and improve your sweetness, pleasantness, and the tone, you need to practice reading aloud. Take a very short passage from a textbook or a column in a newspaper. In a newspaper, we don't call it a passage. We say it's a column. Take a very short column, just a very short column, and do read it. And when you read it not very fast, you read it in a rhythm. Yes, reading should not be just like reading. Reading should be in a flow, in a rhythm. How should be your speaking? Your speaking should not be a straight line. It should not be a straight line. It should be music. What is the symbol of music? Waves, right? It should be like waves. There should be ups and downs when you're speaking. If you want to say, good morning, my name is Mohan, I'm a graduate of English. This is okay, I'm using words. But what about the rhythm? Good morning, I'm Mohan and I'm a graduate of English, or I'm a postgraduate of English. I did my post-graduation in 1993 and I am from Hyderabad. But if you say, I completed my degree in 1985, then I came to Hyderabad and I started my career in this. No, if you just go on running, that's not fluency. So don't run or don't walk as well. I'm Ram Mohan. I completed not even like this. It should not be very slow. It should not be very fast. You should have a moderate pace. So if you are able to moderate your pace, control your pace of speaking, then you will be a great speaker. But at the same time, try to use the appropriate vocabulary and the reasonably correct pronunciation. Of course, this we would understand in our next videos. I appreciate your learning. Bye-bye. See you all.